Everyone loves to romanticize Italian culture until they have to interact with Guidos from New Jersey for more than 5 minutes. Then suddenly it's, why is everyone yelling? Why does the waiter hate me? Why did that guy honk at me half a second after the light turned green? Once you step foot in these New Jersey towns, you'll get judged on your pronunciation of mozzarella and will quickly learn that being right matters way less than sounding right. The rules here are different. Respect is imaginary, volume replaces logic, and everyone's been mad about something since 1997. These places have preserved their culture like some homemade sopressata. And now you've got entire towns where last names matter more than laws, and bad pizza opinions can ruin holidays. Today we're covering the most Italian towns in New Jersey. And if you're already angry, defensive, or drafting a paragraph in your head about why we're wrong, you're exactly who we're talking about. First up on our list is North Caldwell, which is where Italians go once they stop wanting witnesses. Just ask our friend Tony Soprano. This is Essex County, but with privacy. Gates, trees, long driveways, but the yelling and hand gestures didn't stop. They just moved indoors and got better acoustics. The crown jewel of North Caldwell Italian mythology is the Soprano Mansion, the real house used as Tony's home on the show, sitting quietly on Aspen Drive like it's annoyed people keep bringing it up. This place didn't just become a TV house, it became the visual shorthand for Italian-American success. Long driveway, big lawn, tasteful mansion that says, "I did very well," without screaming it. Tourists still drive by slowly like they're expecting Carmela to come outside and judge them, while locals pretend it's no big deal, even though everyone knows exactly which house it is. This town runs along roads like Mountain Avenue, where it's actually illegal to drive any vehicle that's not made by Cadillac. The most popular pastime of North Caldwell Italians is arguing in kitchens the size of their old apartments. Sunday dinner is a staple here. Just be prepared to get verbally abused by a 71-year-old Italian grandmother if you don't finish your plate. North Caldwell isn't necessarily the loud, flashy Italian everyone is used to. And honestly, it's probably because a lot of them are one investigation away from being forced into witness protection.
Manalapan is what happens when Italian families leave Staten Island, head south, and immediately rebuild the same lifestyle, except this time in a cookie-cutter McMansion. This is in Monmouth County. Suburban, polished, and loud in an HOA-approved way. Manalapan revolves around Route 9, which is less like a road and more like a parking lot where Italian dads experience dangerously high blood pressure. BMWs, Escalades, and Tahoes are stacked bumper to bumper, every driver convinced they're the only one who understands how to drive properly. Italians from Manalapan will tell you they're 5 minutes away when they haven't even left their house yet. This place is a youth sports empire. Baseball, soccer, lacrosse. If there's a sideline, there's an Italian parent screaming like a parole hearing is on the line. All the kids are named Vincent, Luca, or Gianna, and on every youth sports team, there will be at least 3 jerseys with Russo on the back. Post-game, the dads like to hit the bar with each other to yell about why the clueless coach didn't start their kid. Italian moms from Manalapan love their McMansions more than some of their own children. Stone facades, paver driveways, outdoor kitchens nobody actually uses, and a backyard setup that screams, "We entertain." Inside, it's neutral colors, family photos, and one room nobody's allowed in unless company's over. The average Manalapan family consists of a father whose job description no one understands, a stay-at-home mom who loves oversized sunglasses and filling her Stanley Cup with white wine, and 2 kids who drive BMWs as their first car. Manalapan isn't old-school Italian. It's second-generation Italians who ran into a couple bucks. Same pride, same volume, just upgraded with car leases, travel sports teams, and a much longer commute to the city.
Lodi is small, like shockingly small. But don't let that fool you. This might be the most aggressively Italian town per square mile in the state. This is in Bergen County, packed tight, shoulder to shoulder, where personal space is a suggestion and everyone knows exactly what you ordered your last time at the deli. Everything in Lodi revolves around Main Avenue. Pizza joints, bakeries, barbershops, cafes, all within yelling distance of each other. You can get a haircut, an espresso, and into a full-blown argument about the Giants in under 10 minutes. Nobody's whispering and nobody can admit their opinion might be wrong. Oh, and everyone's related somehow. Lodi Italians feel the need to audit their food before eating it. If something's off, they'll let you know. Mention Domino's or Papa John's and you're borderline inviting a physical altercation. This town treats recipes like family heirlooms and insults like casual conversation. Satin Dolls is in Lodi, which doubled as the strip joint Bada Bing on The Sopranos and permanently locked Lodi into the national Italian stereotype. What used to be just another Route 17 stop with neon lights and bad decisions turned into a full-blown tourist attraction. Grown men taking selfies outside a strip club at noon like it's the Statue of Liberty. Ever since the show aired, Lodi's been frozen in people's heads as that town. Tracksuits, attitudes, cash only, and a quiet confidence that says, yeah, the show's accurate. Relax. Parking is impossible. Tempers are short. Everyone drives like the road personally insulted their grandma. Route 46 nearby just adds to the chaos, funneling more noise, more attitude, and more confident wrong opinions into an already full container. Lodi is a small town with all the pride, all the volume, and none of the breathing room, and they wouldn't change a thing. Next up is Fairfield, another town in Essex County where over half of the population is of Italian descent. Historically, this place had a reputation amongst law enforcement circles as a place where the Italian mafia invested, built homes, and cleaned their money. Warehouses, trucking companies, construction firms, industrial parks. I'm not calling them money laundering fronts, but they're also very convenient businesses if you needed to move a lot of cash without attracting heat. Through paperwork, permits, unions, and concrete, the mafia's money invested into Fairfield stopped looking suspicious and started looking legitimate. Things got built fast, ownership changed quietly, and everyone somehow stayed very busy without explaining much. Federal cases came and went, names changed, corporations dissolved, and the town just kept expanding like nothing happened. Today, the mob business is cleaned up, allegedly, but traces of it are still there. Every dude here is in construction, logistics, or something vague involving equipment. Nobody tells you exactly what they do. They just say, I've been busy with work, and somehow that answers everything. Route 46 cuts through town, and on it you'll see luxury SUVs, work vans with surnames on the side, and illegal U-turns made at every intersection. Michelangelo's restaurant doubles as a red sauce joint and a meeting ground where deals get discussed over pasta and nobody bats an eye. Fairfield was a place that put the organized in organized crime. Hammonton is a town deep in South Jersey where a bunch of present-day Italians pawpaws settled down back in the day for some reason. This is in Atlantic County, and it's a place where everyone's last name ends in a vowel. And if you're not Italian, don't even think about trying to date Anthony's daughter. Hammonton proudly calls itself the blueberry capital of the world, which sounds wholesome until you realize that means generations of Italian families owning land, farm equipment, and each other's grudges. Blueberries have funded this town since the day a bunch of Italians decided they wanted to live in the redneck side of Jersey. Farms are passed down, disputes are settled loudly, and family businesses run with the intensity of a federal court case. Downtown Hammonton looks like a postcard until you listen closely. There are pizzerias, delis, and cafes on the streets, and every conversation sounds like an argument even when everyone's agreeing. The annual Italian festival is maybe the town's biggest flex. Red sauce, sausage, espresso, and enough hand gestures to guide aircraft. This town sits off Route 54, which acts like a cultural border. Cross into Hammonton, and suddenly everyone's got opinions about food, politics, and how things should be done, especially by you. Nobody whispers, nobody rushes, and nobody forgets who your family is. Hammonton Italians don't assimilate, they accumulate land, businesses, and grudges that could power the grid. This isn't the loudest Italian town in Jersey, but it's one of the most concentrated. Lyndhurst is a place that sounds calm until you spend 5 minutes there. This is in Bergen County, where Italian dads leave the house at dawn for their job at the Port Authority and come home ecstatic to scream at their kids from the living room recliner while watching a sports talk show. Lyndhurst runs on momentum, cars rolling, mouths moving, opinions loading. By the time people hit Ridge Road, they've already gotten in 3 arguments. 2 over traffic, 1 with a coworker who doesn't get it. Food is still sacred, but now it's weaponized against exhaustion. Same spots, same orders, same arguments about which place fell off in 2009. Ask for a substitution and you'll get a sigh that says, "I don't have the energy for you and your BS." Being near the Meadowlands just adds background chaos, traffic surges, helicopters, random delays, none of which impress anyone. It's just more noise in a town already full of it. Lyndhurst is full of Italians that clock in early, clock out late, and absolutely refuse to lower the volume in between. East Hanover is where Jersey Italians put on business casual and never looked back. This is in Morris County, cleaner, quieter, and way more comfortable arguing indoors. Nobody's yelling on stoops here. They're yelling in kitchens with granite countertops and good lighting. The town orbits around Route 10, which is an Italian strip mall conveyor belt. Offices, restaurants, corporate campuses, and plazas where everyone already knows each other. You'll see dads in polos who used to be in construction, moms with blowouts that defy humidity, and kids who grew up thinking Sunday dinner was a legal requirement. East Hanover has some real corporate muscle, especially with places like the Novartis Pharmaceuticals campus, which gives the Italians in the town an opportunity to get into the drug business without breaking kneecaps for the mob. This is where the Italian dream matured. Pensions, benefits, and a basement fridge strictly for drinks. Food here is serious but calm. Nobody's performing. The Italian restaurants don't need hype. They've been feeding the same families for decades. Portions are heavy, opinions are heavier, and everyone swears this is the last place they'll ever move to. East Hanover Italians don't brag about being Italian. It's not super flashy or loud. It's Italian culture with a 401k and a reserved parking spot. And honestly, that might be the final evolution. Totowa is a place that exists because Italian families back in the day got sick of squeezing into small towns and wanted room to expand. This is in Passaic County. A bit quieter than Lodi, richer than Belleville, and very comfortable with telling you how things are supposed to be done. Totowa also sits on Route 46, which used to be an Italian migration trail when people were fleeing places like Newark. You've got industrial buildings, trucking companies, and office parks that all scream, "This started as one guy with a good idea and an uncle." This town mastered the art of looking boring while making money. Warehouses, contractor yards, distribution centers. Nothing flashy, nothing accidental. The kind of places where nobody ever explains exactly what they do, but somehow everyone's doing very well. Totowa isn't about showing off, it's about owning the building next to the building you also own. Residential Totowa is all tidy streets, well-kept lawns, and houses that quietly flex. Stone fronts, big driveways, and garages that cost more than apartments in Patterson. Inside, you'll see grandma's plastic wrap on the furniture, family photos everywhere, and a kitchen designed specifically for Sunday arguments that end in food. And being right next to Patterson Great Falls adds to the contrast. Chaos over there, control over here. Totowa didn't want the noise, but it wanted to be close. Totowa Italians have set themselves up right. This is the kind of town where everything's in place and nobody's stressing. Woodridge is a tiny town that you could miss while blinking on Route 17, but don't get it twisted. This Bergen County town doesn't need your attention. It's quiet, efficient, slightly judgmental. the kind of place where people mind their business while fully knowing yours. Woodridge Italians aren't loud in public. They save that for inside the house. Outside, it's neat lawns, well-kept two-family homes, and dads who look like they've been working since 5 a.m. and are still annoyed about it. Everybody's got a routine, everybody sticks to it, change is tolerated but not encouraged. The town sits wedged between highways, warehouses, and Teterboro Airport, which means you'll be mid-conversation when a jet screams overhead and nobody even looks up. That noise is just part of life. Same way everyone knows someone connected to the 5 families, but nobody's ever generous enough to explain. Food-wise, Woodridge keeps it low-key. No BS influencer nonsense, just places that have been open forever and don't feel the need to explain themselves. Sauce is taken seriously. Portion sizes will destroy your diet. And if you ask what's good, the answer is always everything. This town doesn't throw festivals or advertise itself. It just quietly maintains it. Families stay, kids move out, then somehow move back, and everybody swears they're only staying for now. Woodridge is the kind of Italian that doesn't say much, but always ends up doing just fine. Belleville is loud, dense, and completely unconcerned with your comfort level. This is in Essex County, where Guidos are packed into tight neighborhoods like sardines. Everything in Belleville runs through Washington Avenue and Franklin Avenue, where traffic laws are theoretical and double parking is treated like a constitutional right. Every block has a social club, a pizzeria, or a group of guys standing outside one, solving problems nobody asked them to solve. This is old school Italian America, the kind where families moved in and stayed, generations stacked on top of each other emotionally and geographically. You don't just meet people here, you meet their parents, their cousins, and the version of them everyone still talks about. Food is serious business, especially at places like Belmont Tavern, where the chicken Savoy is a loyalty test. It's been rumored that more pomade is sold in Belleville per square mile than anywhere else in the country. The Columbus Day Parade shuts the whole town down, turning Belleville into a moving Italian census. Flags, marching bands, kids forced to participate, and uncles in sleeveless undershirts criticizing everything from folding chairs. Belleville Italians don't ease into conversations, they arrive mid-argument. It's chaotic, it's passionate, and it's exhausting. But it's also one of the few places where Italian Jersey culture is still operating at factory settings. And there you have it, the most Italian towns in New Jersey. If you're watching from somewhere quiet and emotionally regulated, just understand this side of Jersey plays by different rules. Louder voices, stronger opinions, and food that means something. These towns aren't trying to be understood. They're doing just fine without it.